The Iron-Fisted Monk is a favorite of mine. It stars Sammo Hung as Husker. He is a young, immature man whose parents were killed by the Manchus. So he wants to get revenge, so he's training at the Shaolin temple. However, he's too impatient, so he decides to leave and get revenge. But more so, he keeps bumping into other things. So this movie is the directorial debut of Sammo Hung. He directs this movie. This movie is your basic, simple martial arts film. Literally 90% of this movie is just sort of like him walking around, meeting people, building up the plot, dealing with these evil Manchus. And then the evil Manchus, they're overly cartoonishly evil. There's this extended rape scene that's just really doesn't need to be there. It's very exploitative. And then there's another one later. But basically, these Manchus go around hurting people and doing whatever they want. And Husker and his friends just basically try to, keep a calm sort of tone with them. And there's not much plot or story. The reason why The Iron-Fisted Monk is one of my favorite martial arts films because of the fantastic 10-minute climax. Essentially, Husker and his friend find out that the Manchus have done something very terrible to their friends. So Husker's friend's like, you know what? We're not going to be patient anymore. Let's go over there and settle this. So they go over to the estate, they fight some henchmen, and then it's literally just an amazing 10-minute action sequence that will leave you with your jaw on the floor. This movie is probably one of the first ever martial arts movies to have sweeping camera work from above. That's not really something that martial arts films do, because martial arts films are usually, they keep the camera close to show the movement of the punches and the kicks and the martial arts choreography. But this movie literally just like has a scene where like it cuts from one fight, the camera drifts back, and you see the other one, and to show that they're both fighting in the same room, which is amazing. It's just something that I've never seen before. So the cinematography for the finale is great, but also the tone of the movie is great too. The final battle is just, it feels like this fierce, ferocious, like ass-kicking scene. Because the rest of the movie is kind of like, there's the rape scenes, there's the murder. It's mostly like fluff. It's kind of like, the plot's just kind of there. Husker wanders, he's being chased around and things like that. But then the final 10 minutes is just like, you know what? No more messing around. People are killing people. And the fight scene feels raw. It feels like hard-hitting, a badass choreography. They keep throwing in twists as the fight goes on. Husker and his friend, first they fight some henchmen, then they fight the people they're after, but then someone else shows up and he's like the boss of the villain, and they got to fight his elite bodyguards as well. And then the movie ends immediately after the fight, but it'll leave you breathless. It always does. This movie, it's your basic simple martial arts film for about 80 minutes, and then the last 10 minutes is just amazing. So The Iron-Fisted Monk, it's not an easy watch because of those rape scenes, which are very excessive, but the last 10 minutes will leave you breathless. So that's why The Iron-Fisted Monk is one of my favorite films.